This is Rob Claus at BrickKicker.com, our podcast. We're on the road this week, and this week we're with Mark Martin, our Norfolk, Virginia Hampton Roads franchise. Welcome, Mark.
How you doing?
Doing great. Big highlight for me. I love coming out here. I love meeting your guys. I think this is my third or fourth trip out here, and you got a heck of a team here.
Yeah, we do.
It's some of I know we got your brother. We've got Michael Clark, who's been here with you probably the longest.
Yep.
How many inspectors do you have on staff now?
6 total right now, and trying to bring in one more to increase it to 7.
Lucky 7.
Yeah, there you go.
The Mark is a really unique operation. It's one really a lot of people have emulated and tried to model. Your inspections are unique because you like to send multiple inspectors out on every job.
Yes, we kind of started a little bit of a trend in our area, and we did this early on with multiple inspectors showing up to take care of the home inspection. Realtors, clients, everyone is busy, and so efficiency, getting in, getting out, and having a strategic way of inspecting the building, the property is what they're looking for. The bottom line is we just want to know what the issues are, and that the home's not floating down the river, so they can get on and create their paperwork so they can negotiate or get their client ready to move in.
So if in our operation, we always say a normal inspection is 2 to 2.5 hours.
Right.
So if you're doing and I hate air quotes. So if I got to do air quotes, the standard 2,000 square foot house, what would your team do in that?
Well, so that's a loaded question, and of course, you being a seasoned inspector yourself, you know that you have to accept the conditions. And unfortunately, you don't find that out until you get there. But if you're dealing with,
let's say it's a nice house. Let's say it's an average house.
Well, the upper average homes, with our team, it's usually taking about an hour, hour and a half. But then when you start having all the problems and, you haven't stayed on top of your maintenance, and there's roof issues, HVAC issues, structural issues, okay, that's where your time can get away from you, and you can spend a couple hours, 3 hours, but that is not a bad thing to a realtor or a client. That should be, something that they understand is a product of us doing our job. Sure.
Now, so, how does that affect your staff in the office? They said, well, we're planning on them doing 4 today.
Yeah.
And an hour and a half.
Well, the great thing with having multiple inspectors is even if you get long-winded at a property, you can have one of the guys finish the inspection, as they say, leave no inspection defect left behind, and then the other ones can head over to the next inspection, get it started, get it going, and then the other person will be in tow and arrive when they're finished. And that's the thing about having multiple inspectors. If you're by yourself and it's taking you 3 hours per, and you schedule 4 in that particular day, you're going to have some issues where you got to call, rearrange, and block out different times to finish your.
That's brilliant, because I'm sitting here going, in my mind, just going a million miles an hour, going, now how would I do that? How would I do that? But I didn't think of, they're not driving together.
Right. Well,
sometimes they probably do, but if they have that luxury, they didn't. They just split and go, okay, I'll catch up in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. And so some folks, have company vehicles. Some folks drive their own designated vehicles with their stickers or signage. But for the most part, at the end of the day, one person's going their way, the other person's going their way, and the fullness of the day is, for an inspector who's finishing reports were they able to get the reports done in a timely manner, or are they finishing those now that they're at the end of their day, stepping in the front door?
Sure.
So that can make a long day longer.
So as we're talking right now, we're sitting in your new building.
Right.
Awesome building.
Yeah.
The only thing we're missing is the signage out front, but I'm sure that's on its way.
It is. Yeah. So we're kind of still under construction here, but there's just a few more things we have to do. Of course, the fact that COVID hit, and we were right in the middle of moving from our operation just across the way, as they say.
Well, you know what they say though, Mark. Whether you move 100 feet or 100 miles, it's the same amount of packing.
Yeah. But we were allowed to kind of slow the roll on some things, and but we've enjoyed our new facility here, and just the space, and it's a testimony to the growth of the business, as well as the outcome of having great folks that help you grow.
Well,
everyone has benefited from.
It's your hard work, Mark.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's all hard.
It's your passion. We will talk in a minute about your background, but right now we're sitting in your first floor classroom. It's a beautiful space. It's a little bit of a punch bowl, which is what you kind of want. That's the modern look, right? You walk in and you see whether it's a conference room or a classroom. Today it's set up in a classroom because I'm here doing some software training with your team, or whether you put a conference table in and have a big meeting, and then we've got a complete perimeter around this room that's got playroom for either desks or mingling. Yep.
The concept is we actually are, once the COVID is over with and we're able to, as they say, share, realtors can stop in, log on to Wi-Fi, and look up stuff, engage stuff. We have realtors that sometimes don't use us for home inspections that call us because, hey, it's a free world. Their clients can choose whoever, and we'll answer questions for them or help them, figure out things that are important or whatever have you. But having the ability to have another stop along your route through Hampton Roads is significant. And, we really do want to provide that sharing with our realtors and brokers to utilize our space that gives us a way of saying thank you for utilizing us to help them get one step closer.
I think it's brilliant. This is such a collaborative space. Yeah. But if you think about it, where the majority of the realtors are female.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice clean spot for the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's not a fast food joint or a bank.
Come in, grab a bottle of water, use the facilities, say hey and do your business and get on down the road. I mean, it's not like a public library. No. We are catering to the folks that help us out, but the same thing goes with out saying they extend themselves to us as well. Being offered the ability to speak to their realtors and brokers at their company meetings, and sometimes they do events, after hours and social things like that. So that's how you get through in this business, because it's all about negotiations, and our part. We know our part very well. They know their part very well. But sometimes you get things that come up that you gotta let the minds come together and help each other out. Nothing is set in stone, so to speak. But we enjoy and love what we do, and if we can provide some additional services, and as you know, we're a little bit unique in having a two-headed monster of a business model where we can do the home inspection, then turn around and do the termite and moisture all in the same line, and get both sets of documents so that folks can get to closing. It's been an amazing adventure, to say the least. So we definitely have some, as we've been told a few times, some unfair advantages, but it's nothing that anyone else can't do. But at the same time, the secret is it's work.
Yeah.
And you can go to the moon and back, but if you don't have any fuel or you don't have a spacecraft, you're not getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So-
and you're right. And it's really the testimony to understanding the win-win. As much as there's cliches like air quotes,
Yeah.
but you're helping those who help you,
Right.
and they're helping you as well, and all that works in such a great method that how can you not succeed?
Absolutely.
Right.
The main thing for us is, talking to realtors and clients every day. There is a, technique to doing that, and being calm, and even in the face of adversity, where you do feel like the house is kind of floating down the river. Or they may have a different objection or a goal in that they're purchasing it to find out if they're going to, re-level the whole thing and whatever. So you just have to provide information and let them know what you believe to be accurate, and let them seek out and gain that knowledge from all the different other, businesses in Hampton Roads to get them to where they need to be. Because home buying is different from 30, 40 years ago.
Oh yes.
We have folks moving sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 times in their lifetime. Some folks never settle. It's not like when somebody would buy a home back in the day, they're usually getting carted out of that home.
Yes.
So
Feet first, as I like to say.
yeah, absolutely. So it's not like that anymore. But home is a home, and so people still want to know that their investment is going in the right direction, and when it's not, what may their outcomes be, in dealing with that, or what things they may need to do just to get into them.
So the real secret about this building is upstairs.
The training,
The training.
yeah, the monster training room.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know what you said. We're still under construction,
Yeah,
but that's a heck of a space.
it is. It is. So this building used to do catering, and then at one point it was a bicycle store, a big one from what I understand. And then it's had a couple other businesses in here as well, but they used to rent that out to dance studio folks to go in there and do their thing. So yeah, it's a nice big space up there, and we're hoping to actually utilize that to help train the trainers, and to have some termite and pest control meetings, and or home inspectors coming together to do maybe some training for credited units of things that they need for D4. But definitely we're going to be extending that as another real estate site, so that people can do training as well, and you name it. So we're kind of open to helping those who help us, get more assistance in areas that they may not have even considered.
So how long have you been doing home inspections?
So I retired from the U.S. Navy back in 2009. Hard to believe it's been 11 years, and going on more. As an end all, recently, I guess due to COVID, I just got my 10-year fleet reserve paperwork. That says, hey, thank you for being committed to this operation for 30 years. But I only served 20. But after 10 years of being officially retired, you can't be recalled back to active duty. But it's just been an amazing path. But once I retired in 2009, I met the previous owner, Doug Johnson, and went up to do training in Naperville. And so from 2010, January till now, it's been a whirlwind ride. And then 2015, had a partner. We started DeTect Termite and Moisture because as a home inspector, you just got so used to seeing all the different issues with moisture and termites, power post beetles, moisture issues. And so we launched DeTect Termite and Moisture to help facilitate, knocking out two birds with one stone, or just being able to do multiple things at the home inspection. And it just has been a whirlwind ride. It's been amazing. So,
where do you see the future going?
well, services are always important. We want to increase things so that when you call out somebody, not just we're able to just do a quality air inspection, a mold or a lead-based paint inspection, but we can do some sewer scope inspections. We can do some more isolated inspections that deal with different things that the industry is going on, but usually in different parts of the world. Bringing those different types of inspections can assist your clients with one more reason to just use your company's one-stop shop. One call does it all.
That's on the side of your.
Radon testing is one of them. The sewer scope, like I said, and then there are some other things where pools and spas and things that a lot of home inspectors, but some don't do. So and then having the ability to do a termite and moisture inspection, and then talk about and facilitate doing repairs, treatments. So we're already doing most of those things anyway. But if you're not looking to elevate your business and to provide different services, how many people thought about what changes they may have had to do in the last year to put food and pay the light bills? So the last year has been really an eye-opening experience. So people have figured out, well, hey, if we've had a snow day, for example, our kids don't have to miss a day.
Yeah.
We can just do it at home now.
That's right.
And so that's an idea of teachers, seeing that, hey, a negative has turned into a positive.
Yeah,
So-
I never thought about that. There's no such thing as snow days anymore. Or how if a child has a fever,
Right.
and they say you have to be 3 days fever free before you come back to school.
Right.
What do you do in those 3 days?
That's right.
You still got school,
That's right.
just not here getting everybody else sick.
You're online, and you're still getting the same, education and seeing and hearing and being a part of society. And for home inspectors and termite and moisture inspectors, the guys and gals that are out there making all this stuff happen, that's our way of giving back and producing to the world. So we've had to change up our health assessments on things, and we've had a couple of scares, just like I'm probably sure a lot of people have. But you don't panic. You just take care of things and make sure that you do your due diligence, and you move on to the next thing. If you're blessed to be here the next day, you start over again.
It does get to be that way. So now, if we've got anybody in the Hampton Roads area looking for a home inspector, how do they get in touch with you?
So we have a couple of different ways. You can call our office directly at 757-583-4444. That's Monday through Friday, typically 8 o'clock till 5 p.m. And then we've always had an anytime or emergency number, after hours, holiday, weekends, and that's the 757-285-5788. And that, again, you can call that anytime. You can text that 285-5788 number. And, sometimes the person who has the duty phone it, back in the day, they may have went to a movie theater and watching a movie. So I know everybody's like, well, what's that? So you have a way to get in touch with us. So of course, the inspectors, all of them have emails and independent phone numbers. So reach out to them. And if you have an issue or a question, you just want to talk to ownership, call me directly at 757-513-4060, and we can talk about any questions you may have so that we can put you on the right path to get your services.
That's outstanding, Mark. So if anybody wants to get in touch through the website, it's www.brickkicker.com / or I guess it's /, Hampton Roads.
Right.
So BrickKicker.com/Hampton Roads, or use the locator that we have. Thank you, Mark. This has been fabulous. I look forward to the rest of today. We won't be videotaping that, but we'll be doing some more training with your team. You got an awesome team here.
Yep, sure do. Appreciate it.
See you guys on the next time. Bye-bye.